All right. All right. One, two, one, two, three. Afternoon, you guys. Everybody look around, cause there's a reason to rejoice, you see. Everybody come out, and let's commence to sing and joyfully. Everybody look up, and feel the hope that we've been waiting for. Everybody be glad, because our silent fear and dread are gone. Freedom, you see, has got our hearts singing so joyfully. Just look about, you owe it to yourself to check it out. Oh, can't you feel the brand new day? 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 Everybody be glad, because the sun is shining just for us. Everybody wake up into the morning, into happiness. Hello world, it's like a different way of living now. And thank you world, we always knew that we'd be free somehow. In harmony, and show the world we've got liberty. It's such a change for us to live so independently. Freedom, you see, has got our hearts singing so joyfully. Just look about, you owe it to yourself to check it out. Oh, can't you feel the brand new day? 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 All right, can't you feel the brand new day? Can't you feel the brand new day? One more. Can't you feel the brand new day? Can't you feel the brand new day?
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our I was going to say afternoon services, but it is technically evening, isn't it? So welcome. My name is Reverend Lee Alvarado. So glad that you have joined us today. We are going to start out by reciting our vision and our mission together. So let's say our vision together. We are a powerful spiritual community, lovingly committed to a world of acceptance, compassion, peace, and joy. And our mission, to gather together, to express love, practice radical acceptance and inclusion, and to connect with one another and with spirit. Beautiful. The practitioner on platform with me today is Deborah J., and you're going to hear from her in just a moment. She's going to do an opening prayer and a meditation. So sit back and go within as we begin our service.
So let's just close our eyes and go into that heart-centered space, that place where we settle in and we commune with the God within. This God is known as Spirit, Mother Nature, love, life, whatever feels comfortable to you. Just breathe it all in, knowing that in that space we are one with God, moving in, of, and through all of life, showing up in how we interact with one another, how we love and communicate and be together. So in that oneness, I know that here and now in this time, Reverend Leah is guided with her talk today, that the perfect words are heard and spoken. I know that each person that came today in service, they are a blessing to this community. Oh gosh, it is just such a great opportunity to be here in this time and space with each one of you. And I am grateful for everything that unfolds here today in this service. I'm grateful for each one of you. I'm grateful for how you give, how you show up. And I simply release these words into the law, knowing that it is all perfect, it is all done, it is all so, and so it is. So while you're in this heart centered space, find yourself in your favorite spot. Maybe you're sitting on a mountaintop or just on your front porch or by the ocean. But all you know, wherever you are, it is all perfect, it is calm, it is peaceful. And so today we're going to think about optimism. Optimism is a positive, cheerful outlook. When we are optimistic, we are hopeful, even when others have lost faith. We embrace challenges with confidence and vitality. The optimist sees the rose and not its thorns. The pessimist stares at the thorns, oblivious to the rose. Khalid Gibran. So as you sit here, let's contemplate. Do I have a positive viewpoint? Are there some areas in your life that you might want to visit that and see how you can look up rather than down? Do you trust and believe in positive outcomes? When something happens, do you see it being positive? That the best is going to unfold for you? Do you see solutions rather than problems? So just take a moment and breathe in those questions, knowing that the answers will unfold for you. So as you wiggle your fingers and your toes and you bring yourself back into this time and space, knowing that possibly your answers could come in this very hour.
I'm the sky, yes, the sky, 'cause I'm singing my song in the wind. I can touch both your eyes with my smile, 'cause I'm singing my song. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. Long ago, I was blind and my mind couldn't see the world's song. Every place that I went, I heard stillness of people alone. It's love, it's line, it's yours, it's life, it's free. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. Till one day in the spring, yes, the springtime, I saw everything. And I heard a small child laughing wild, and I heard children grow. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. When you grow into springtime, you sing all the songs in your soul. In the air, you can feel all the life of the first living world. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. I'm the sky, yes, the sky, 'cause I'm singing my song in the wind. I can touch both your eyes with my smile, 'cause I'm singing my song. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free. It's love, it's mine, it's yours, it's life, it's free.
Great choice. Great song. All right, so let's harmonize our hearts and our minds, placing your hands on your heart, taking a deep breath, and let's say together, care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. So there was a time in my life, it was in my late teens, my early 20s, when I walked with my head down, believe it or not. So I walked through the world like this. You know, I'd look up, of course, you have to look up to walk so you don't trip over things. But I generally walked with my head down. And at that time in my life, I bought into the story that I wasn't good enough. I bought into the story that there was something wrong with me. And it impacted everything. It impacted how I interacted with people. It impacted how I moved through the world. It impacted everything. And I believed that really there was something wrong with me inherently. And I looked for evidence to prove I was right about that. You know how we do that as humans? We have an opinion about somebody or something, and then we look for evidence. Oh, yeah, see, that person doesn't like me. Yeah, see, I'm not good enough there. Yeah, see, I'm messing up over here. There I go again. So we look for evidence to prove that we're right, and that's what I was doing. And I just kept digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. I didn't know how to get out of it. Someone wise said, the way to get out of a hole is to stop digging. But I didn't know any better. I just kept piling one negative thought on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. And I was really suffering. And you know, we believe these mind stories. They're stories. And we believe them. We believe them as if they are true about us. You know, it never occurred to me at that time that I could actually shift my perception, that I could actually choose a different way of seeing the world. It never occurred to me. The ability to choose gives us freedom. doesn't it? When we know that we can choose, it gives us freedom. And freedom is something that we all desire. Freedom from pain, physical, emotional. Freedom from the thoughts that race through our mind on a daily basis. Freedom from the mind stories. We all desire freedom in our life. Yes? Yes? Okay. We want to be free, but there's so much that prevents us from actually experiencing freedom. So we have these two parts of ourself. I've been talking about this all month. We have this part of ourself that is connected to the divine, that is connected to God. It's referred to as pure consciousness, pure soul, that part of us that never questions anything. It doesn't worry about the past. It doesn't stress about the future. It just knows. It just observes life and is just allowing and trusting of all things. And then there's this other part of ourself that questions everything. It looks for what's missing. It looks for what's wrong. It looks for what needs to be changed, what needs to be fixed. It looks for the problems. And so we have to find a way to work with these two parts of ourselves. Yeah? You know, the first step on the road to freedom is knowing that that part of ourselves is not going to change. As long as we are in physical form, we're going to have to deal with those things. We're going to have to deal with the mind stories and all the things that our human selves have to deal with. And so to think that we're on a spiritual path and that we're never going to get rid of those parts is not realistic. But we can work with them. We can work with them. We can practice being more aware. Becoming more aware of our thoughts, becoming more aware of our reactions, becoming more aware of how we move through the world. So awareness is really key. A big part of our spiritual journey is about increasing our awareness, yes? Becoming more aware of how we are moving through the world and how we are operating and how we are responding and reacting. Becoming aware of how we handle hard times, how we respond to loss and disappointment. Noticing within ourselves those parts where there's still some anger that we're holding on to from something that happened long ago. Just noticing and being aware of those parts of ourselves that still need some attention and some love. The road to freedom is not about not having those experiences. It's just to notice what's coming up within ourselves. When we react to a situation, we stop and we notice, what's going on within my body right now? That's interesting how I responded to that person. It's interesting that I still have some stuff carried over from 30 years ago. What's that about? So we have the courage to step in and look at what is it within myself that still needs some attention and some love. And we can ask the question, what is this here to teach me? You've heard me say that before. What is this here to teach me? If it's coming up within us, there's a lesson there. There's something for us to learn. There's something for us to gain in some way. So we want to begin to have that awareness and notice our reactions. Notice how we're responding. Deepak Chopra said, awareness is all about restoring your freedom to choose what you want instead of what your past imposes on you. So having that awareness is so important and continually developing it. And then having compassion for ourselves. You know, it's so easy to have compassion for somebody else, but when it comes to ourselves, not always so great. When we react in an unspiritual way, when we respond in a way that we're feeling a little shame about, having compassion and love for how we are moving through the world, even if we're walking with our head down, having compassion for ourselves. Panache Desai said, "The commitment of this journey is your willingness to meet yourself with love and acceptance, here and now." So it's such a gift that we can give to ourselves when we can have compassion, when we can be gentle with ourselves. I'll never forget the moment during that time in my life, my late teens, early 20s, when I had a shift. I was in a seminar, and they asked us to write down the thing in our life that was really upsetting us, the thing that was the most painful. So we each took time. There's about 200 people in this seminar. We each took time writing out our stories, and we're crying and we're writing it out. And then we paired up with a partner. And we sat across this person, and we were instructed to read every word on our story to this person. Their job was to listen and to hold space, not say anything, that's it. An hour later, just reading the story over and over and over again. Can you imagine that? Seems kind of ridiculous, but that's what we were told to do. About an hour in, I could feel myself separating from the story. I suddenly became an observer of it. And I laughed so hard, I almost fell off my chair. It was the funniest thing, because I'm looking at this and I'm going, why am I so upset about this? This is ridiculous. And everybody was starting to laugh. You could hear this roar of laughter going all the way through the entire room. It was pretty amazing. It was an incredible moment for me. Because what I realized is that I had created that drama in my life. I had created that upset. Yes, some hard things happened for me as a kid. What I wrote about was about my childhood. My mom left when I was 2. She was an alcoholic. There were some hard things. But the upset and the sadness and all that I was feeling was based on the stories I made up about what happened. My mom didn't want me. My mom didn't love me. Total BS. She totally loved me. She just didn't know how to show it. So, we have these moments in our life, these events, and really the events are neutral. They're neutral. If you think back to these events in your life, every single one of them, they're neutral. We are the ones that add the story to it. We are the ones that add all the meaning to that situation or event. And that's what creates the upset. That's what creates the sadness. That's what creates all of it. And so if we can recognize that, what freedom we can have. Marianne Williamson says, spiritual growth involves giving up the stories of your past so the universe can write a new one. The universe gets to write a new one once we give up those stories. There's so much more that's possible for us. After that experience that I had, I could walk up straight. I could lift my head up for the first time, like no kidding. I was in my early 20s. I was 24 years old. I'm 54 now. So that was life-changing for me. And all I did was I shifted my perception. I shifted my perception. So, as you look at your own life, what are the stories that you're holding on to? What are the stories that you've made up, either about yourself, about others, about our government, about climate change, about the world? What are the stories that you're still holding from something that happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago? And just notice with compassion, not to make yourself wrong because you're still holding on to that story, but just to notice. You know, these stories, it's as if we are holding them on our chest. We're holding them close, like somebody we love. We're giving them way more power than we need to be. Yeah? It's up to us how much we choose to ruminate on it. It's up to us how much we choose to bring it close to us. Because, you know, when we do that, the more we reflect on those events and things that happened, you know what happens is we re-traumatize ourselves. Every time we think about that thing, we re-traumatize, we relive that incident over and over. I love this quote. Some of you remember the Eagles from the 70s, yeah? So this song, Already Gone, and I'm not gonna sing it, but the lyrics are, so oftentimes it happens that we live our lives in chains and we never even know we have the key. Isn't that great? So at any point, we can release that grip. Awareness is first. We notice, God, I'm still holding on to that story. So we become aware of it, and then, am I willing to let this go? Yeah, I'm willing to let this go. I'm willing to let this go. You no longer have to hold on to it. I don't know if you can see this cartoon, so I'll read it to you. So this is a husband and a wife. The husband says, "Are we going out tonight?" And the wife, this is going on in her head. She's not saying this out loud. "I knew it. You don't want to stay home with me. You're bored with our marriage, and you wish I were blonde. Why don't you admit you never loved me at all?" Isn't that funny? Isn't that true? Now, you could switch the roles. It doesn't matter whether it's male or female, or do you know, like, we all have these stories that are going on in our head, and we don't say them out loud. And then the other partner's like, the wife is running off to the room and slamming the door, and the husband's like, "Wait, what? What just happened? I don't understand. Why are you mad at me? All I did is ask, are we going out tonight?" Yeah, totally been in that situation. I don't know about the rest of you. So Brene Brown, she says this great thing in her book, Dare to Lead. She says that, you know, we can say to ourselves, the story that I'm telling myself, or the story that I'm making up right now. So we could say it to the person, the story I'm telling myself right now is that you wish I were blonde. And as soon as we say that to the person, the husband's like, "Wait, what? No, I love you just as you are. You're beautiful." "Oh, okay. Well, I just thought, you know, now you can have a conversation about it." But when we say that to ourselves, the story that I'm making up right now it's obvious to us that it's a story. Because a lot of times what happens is our mind is going so fast, the stories are getting created and we're not even aware that it's a story. We think it's real. The story I'm making up right now is that person doesn't like me. That's a story. Have they said to you they don't like you? No? Well, then it's likely something you're making up. So it comes down to choices. We always have a choice. How we approach these situations and whether or not we can see them clearly Ah, that's a story. That's a story I'm making up. So I want you right now to pick a story. Pick one. Close your eyes. And just notice this story in your life. Notice how it's playing out in your life. Notice how it feels in your body just by saying the words, whatever this story is. Just take a breath and just notice. Notice how this particular story has impacted your life. Notice all the consequences that have happened, the reactions, how it makes you feel. Just notice. Notice without judgment. And now repeat out loud after me, keeping your eyes closed. I give myself permission to let this go. I release the stories I've been telling myself and choose in this moment to see it with new eyes. I hand it over to the divine that gladly takes it and transforms it into love. I am free. You can open your eyes. Take a breath. So experiencing freedom happens moment by moment. Some of you may have noticed a shift just in that simple exercise. So one moment you're feeling free because you just intentionally released something. And then the next moment you're holding it again, close to you. And then the next moment you're releasing it. And then the next moment you're holding it. And then you're releasing. And I'm doing a dance. Okay. Right? This is what happens. This is the human walk. But with awareness, we can decide, rather than having it happen so automatically, we can stop and recognize, and ask ourselves, am I willing to hold this any longer? What is this here to teach me? And the more that we bring awareness to it, the more it's going to fall away. The less we are going to be doing that back and forth kind of thing. It's said that we take 28,800 breaths a day. 28,800 breaths. So with every breath, we have a choice. With every breath, we have a choice to choose a new perspective, to recognize that we are running a story again, and to let it go. There will always be things that we will bump up against. That's part of the human walk. And particularly when we get triggered, that's when the stories go awry, when we're triggered, when our buttons are really pushed. But we can keep practicing. That's what the spiritual path is all about. Practice, practice, practice. Fall down, get back up, fall back down, get back up. Yeah. The road to freedom is not always pretty. It's not always, littered with, maybe littered's not the right word, but with rose petals. It's not, right? It's not always perfect. It isn't about doing it perfectly. It's about stumbling and falling and then getting back up and saying yes to life and recognizing the truth of who we are. That we are these divine beings. We are these beautiful, extraordinary beings here on this earth plane at this time to learn, to expand, to grow, to expand our consciousness, and to remember the truth of who we are. And so let's all just make a commitment to ourselves to continue to be aware, to continue to make choices that are in support of who we are, that are in support of the divine essence that we are. And to say, thank you, life. Thank you, life, for all of it, for the muck, for the mud, for the challenging times, for the hard times, for the painful times, for the joyous times. Because that's how we grow, that's how we learn. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life, for all of it. And so I'm knowing that as we go out into this week, that we are remembering. We are remembering to be aware, to stay awake. We are remembering that we are not alone on this journey, that we always have this invisible essence of God that is right there, guiding us and directing us and showing us the way. That we're able to remember when we are running a story, and then know the truth of who we are. Remember the truth of who we are. And to see ourselves the way God sees us. That is freedom. Let's pray. And so in this moment, in this space, in this time, as we drop into our heart, we remember. We remember who we are. We remember that divine essence of God that moves through all things. It is right there with every breath. I'm knowing that as we continue on this path, this earthly walk, that we are able to remember to have compassion for ourselves, to be gentle with ourselves, particularly during those times when we stumble and we fall and we forget who we are and the truth of who we are. I'm knowing that we are able to notice when we are stuck in a story that isn't serving us. I'm knowing that we are able to call on that presence that is available in every moment to assist us when we find ourselves stuck. And so feeling gratitude for all of that, for the life that we are living, for all that we are experiencing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We embrace it all and we give thanks for all of it, knowing that it is supporting us on our path, that we are exactly where we need to be, experiencing exactly what we need to be experiencing. And so we trust that, we allow that, and we let go. And we let God do God's perfect work in our life. And so with that, we release this, we hand it over, and we simply say, and so it is. Amen.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Changed your life, enhanced your life as it has mine, then I invite you to share your gifts and tithes. Baskets are going to be coming around, and those online, we have a variety of ways to give. You can go to our website, or you can text the word give to 970-614-4226, or you can mail your gift to our office. So let's just take our gift in our hand, the energy that you are giving, we'll take that too. And let's say our offering affirmation together. Spirit's abundance flows through me. Joyfully, I share my good. Thank you all. So it is.
Picture yourself in a world where there's no one else, nobody anywhere. A moment ago there were voices and faces to look upon. Can't see them anywhere. Nothing more to say, and no one left to say it to anyway. Please listen to what I say, that everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference. Everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference in this world. Picture a world where the people all feel their worth. Children are everywhere. Now there's a reason for everyone's time on earth. Wondering why you should care. Nothing more to say, and only love can see us through anyway. Please listen to what I say. Everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference. Everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference. You don't have to be a big celebrity to feel the power in your soul. And you don't have to be a big star on MTV to realize that in your eyes there's a view that only you can see. Everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference. Everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference. Everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference. Everybody is free. Somebody and everybody is free to make a difference. Everybody be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference. Everybody can be somebody, and everybody is free to make a difference in this world.
And so I just know that what is put into this basket, whether it be love, money, just some good juju, we just know that it is a blessing to this community and it multiplies. And so it is. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we're going to wrap up things here with just a few announcements. Our CSL NOCO Endowment Fund, this is an opportunity, some of you may be new to this, but this is something that is set up through the Centers for Spiritual Living Foundation. And our goal is to get to 25,000 because they are going to match us. And this is an investment. So this is something that is for us for the long haul, not something that we're going to use in 3 years. And we are almost there. We have about 2,000 to go. And if you're curious about it, there's a QR code there. So wanted to mention that. Monday is the last day to sign up for this. This is a class that I'm teaching called Loving Yourself. It's a 3-week class. I taught this class before, created it, and it's just a really sweet class. If you'd like to join us, you can register for that by clicking on the QR code or going to our website. Now, this is a fun thing. I say fun because I think this is fun when we talk about prosperity. We're going to do 40 days of prosperity starting on September 28th. And so we're going to not necessarily follow the book if you are familiar with the Abundance book by John Randolph Price. But what we're going to do is follow the affirmation statements. And so we're going to do that over 40 days. It's free to attend. And if you're interested, the information is in the newsletter. And you can find it there. So we're excited about this. This is going to lead us right into October. All of October, we're going to be talking about prosperity and bringing in abundance into our lives. And so if you'd like to check it out, you can find it on the newsletter. So most of you know about this. I'm going to be ordained on September 25th. Technically, I've already been ordained. I've gone through the paneling process and all the things you got to go through. But this is the ceremony. So this is when they put the stole on me, and it's a whole big thing. And it's not just an ordination. We're actually going to do an installation, all these words. The installation means installing me as the senior minister of this community. So we kind of added that last minute, but it's totally appropriate that we're doing that. So it's going to be an ordination and an installation. So you are all welcome. It's going to be in Loveland, and more information is in our newsletter. So if you want to participate in that, in the process of putting all the details together, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. I guarantee it. Join our SEVA team. SEVA is selfless service. We are looking for more volunteers. We need people to help with our little ones. We have a couple of babies that come, and we have little ones. And if that interests you at all, and you're interested in volunteering, Doug, raise your hand. Doug is in the back here. Doug is our volunteer coordinator, and so if you're interested in volunteering, you know, in many ways we are starting new here. It's not, this church has been in existence for a while, but we're starting from a new place. And we got to build it back up again. And so we're looking for more volunteers. So we can always use a helping hand, not just with the littles, but with lots of things. So if you're curious, see Doug. All right. What else here? Join us for discussion. After our services, because it's in the evening, we have a dinner time. So if you're new here and you didn't know that, you'll probably saw tables set up in the back. Bring a meal, or you can order a meal. We also offer that. And even if you didn't bring a meal and you want to hang out and have a discussion, I've got some questions on the table based on the service and the talk today, and meet some new people. So we'll find our way over there. And then those of you that have contributed to the endowment, or are curious about it and have questions about it, Marie, who's our sound person, Marie, raise your hand. She is also our amazing accountant and handles all of our books. And so after service today, she'd like go and find her because she's going to go over some things regarding the endowment that I think is really, really important for all of you to hear. If you contributed to it, it's important for you to know what you're contributing to. So find her after service, and we're going to go across the hall and meet over there. Okay. And then lastly, our practitioners who are here today, we have Amber in the back, we have Deborah J. If you need prayer, then they're going to come up here and be available for prayer. So know that after service, at the end of service, if you need prayer, if there's something heavy on your heart, know that they're here for you and would be happy to do a prayer for you. Okay. All right, let's everyone stand for our benediction and our closing song. So I'm going to read these words to you. They're on the screen, but if you would like to close your eyes, just take in these words, whatever is comfortable for you, and just let them flow into your heart. May you be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for all beings. And so it is.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with